Previously on We Fucking Love TV.
Dude, what the hell's going on?
I have no idea.
Why have you summoned me?
Holy friggin' ass crackers!
Who's that?
I am Anti-Santa, ruler of all that is evil.
He just killed Frosty with his phalange laser.
Nick, you saved Christmas.
No, not yet. You have to punch Anti-Santa right in the nads. It's the only way. Josh.
What, buddy?
Clear my internet history.
Okay, I will.
Josh.
What now?
There is another Skywalker. Will Nick return? Will the show continue? Did somebody say would?
Come on! Don't you die on me, Nick!
Fucking finally. Nick, you okay?
Yeah, man. Oh, thank you. I'm just glad to be alive. So can we talk about Justified now?
What the fuck, man? You were dead. Like, really fucking dead.
I really want to talk about TV shows.
Seriously, guy, just be glad to be alive for fucking 5 minutes, will ya?
Can we talk about Justified now?
Dude, you just died. I brought you back. What the fuck?
Well, thanks for bringing me back to life. Can we get on with this show now?
Who's the man with the quick draw hand? Leave town or he'll put you there. You dig? Skinny guy with a big ass hat. He'll kick your ass with his hands behind his back. You damn right. He's a complicated man, but no one understands him but Winona. Girls get some singing lessons already. Watch Justified on Tuesday nights.
Alright, this is year to 2013. Welcome to season 3 of We Fucking Love TV. Thank you guys for coming back and listening to us. Congratulations, we just got picked up for a 4th season.
Wow, already. I don't even know if this one's going anywhere.
And we fired our entire writing staff, so we should be good next season, but you gotta live through this one first. I'm Joshua, this is Nicholas.
Hey.
And guess who's back, you guys?
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our special guest, True Talent Trent, a.k.a. Ginger Josh.
Hello.
Oh god, that shit again?
I'm just kidding. It's great to be back.
That's so last year.
I know. Shit. I like rehashing stuff.
Speaking of, you wanna read some Darren emails?
Have we heard from Darren from Chicago?
I think we have.
Oh, man.
We'll
Fuck
get into that later,
Fuck
but
Darren.
right now, let's do some TV show dialogue, shall we?
I got a question. I don't know if I'm having if this is really happening or if I'm having my Walking Dead moment, but is Nick really here or is it just his ghost?
I don't see a white dress on him, so.
Nick would look good in the white dress.
It is really me, though.
Damn. I was really hoping you weren't going to say anything this season. Just stand there and rub my face.
I'll try to keep it minimal.
What do you think about Breaking Amish?
Well, I watched about 10 minutes of it because I was conned into it, and
Oh, that was a real question.
No.
Oh, shit.
I'm not proud. But here's the thing. The person that made me watch it said, "Oh, no, this is real." And I said, "No, this is not real." And they said, "No, this is real." I was like, "No, it's reality TV." But there's nothing real about what you're watching. The only thing that's real is there's a horse and buggy.
That's like I have a cell phone to talk on the phone.
Dude,
I'm old school.
that's one of my gripes about cell phones. We don't use them as phones anymore.
It's going to space. Give it a fucking second.
I haven't started watching it yet. It just became available on Netflix recently. But have you all checked out House of Cards with Kevin Spacey?
Yes, I finished the season 1 last night.
I did too.
Love it.
I finished it as well.
I love it. Every actor on it is like they found the perfect person to play that role. I just
Well, it all
love
starts
it.
with
Kevin Spacey's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
And the guy who plays Russo,
Yes, I don't know his fucking
great.
name.
I planned on starting the season today,
I love Russo.
and I got conned in to come in here instead of watching Kevin Spacey act for 13 episodes.
so you haven't watched any of it? Oh man, well, I almost gave an important plot point away.
Yeah,
so
you're in for a
but
treat.
you'll have to tell me. I won't do it.
It's
I won't do it, though.
it's
I'm not going to spoil it for anybody listening.
It's 13 episodes. I'm not going to be sitting there with what you tell me. I'm not going to be sitting there and waiting for that moment to happen through 13 episodes.
Well, here's the part for me. Here's the most distracting part of House of Cards. Jenna's hoe.
Oh, God, I know, right?
It's so
Did
distracting.
she have a tracheotomy once?
I don't know.
What is that?
It's like a caved in thing under her neck.
What
It's
is
just
that?
Like, you have to gain weight, Robin Wright, or you have to do something about this hole under your neck.
I was like, she must have been in an accident once. And that's a scar.
So distracting.
Is it something about her character or the real person?
No, it's her body.
They've never said anything about it. Yeah, it looks like just her body.
Robin Wright Penn?
Yeah.
I've never noticed anything about her neck before.
You will.
You will. You will notice this every time she's on the screen.
Well, that's
Which is sad because she's doing a bang up job.
Oh,
but
fuck yeah. She's awesome.
But
Who else is in the show
besides
besides her and Spacey that you know by name?
Kate Mara's in
Kate
it.
Mara, yes, she's so hot.
I know that name.
She played in We Are Marshall.
And The Shooter. She was in The Shooter.
Oh, the kind of
Kentucky girl?
reddish colored hair.
Mhm.
Oh, she's hot.
Yes.
And
That's
That's
forget
about
Kevin
all-
Spacey. That's my reason to watch the show now.
That's about all I know.
the guy who played Major Dads in a couple episodes.
I don't know who that is.
Is that the billionaire?
the rich, as opposed to the
Georgia.
poor billionaires out there.
Towards the end of the
Oh,
season.
yeah. Fuck, what was his name in that show? But I know what you're talking about.
Tusk.
Yeah, Tusk.
Something
Raymond-
Tusk.
Raymond
Tusk.
Tusk.
Everybody knows who Raymond Tusk is.
What
He's
about
played in everything, though.
what about the rumors that not this season but next season is going to be the series finale of Psych, and it's only going to be a
Yes.
half a season long too.
Oh, the 30
Right.
Rock treatment.
Well, right now the
Depressing.
7th season is going to be a full season. The 8th season right now they've signed on for 8 episodes, some people within the network are saying that it's not going to be the end of the series after the 8th season. That just some major things are going to go down and some characters are going to get replaced, but that it might
So
not
it's
be the
going
end
to
of the
be
series.
watered down a little bit.
Well, I hate to say this about any show because I know it's not. No show is just about the main people. It's about the supporting cast too. But with that show, I feel as long as you got Sean and Gus, you've got a show. Even if at the end of season 8 they become at odds and they're not as friendly with each other anymore, and that's the new thing about the show. It could be fine, but losing Maggie Lawson, I don't know about Corbin Burnson, but I'm assuming they lost Corbin Burnson.
That guy's got a cool name.
This week's podcast brought to you by...
I really need to get to the 43rd floor, but I hate standing in the elevator with that guy with the suit, that chick who fucks over the top, or just that turd that sits in the corner.
Dude, just use your grappling hook.
The fuck? Why would I have one of those?
Oh, here, use mine.
Pierre Despero's grappling hooks.
I know I'm safe with Despero's grappling hooks.
Desperos.
Brought to you by Black and Tan's Ice Cream Shoppy.
And
So what is this show that Maggie's going to?
if it's not Psych, I do not give a shit. I don't care how hot she is.
Really?
Yes.
I'm a huge Maggie Lawson fan.
I'm a huge Juliette O'Hara fan. If she's not Juliette O'Hara, or at least making out with James Roday on screen, I don't want to see her.
It looks like she's playing some stupid...
Soccer mom or something like that?
Yeah.
No, she's the daughter of a alcoholic former sports star. He suckers her back into like living with her or something, and she becomes a sports softball coach or some crap like that to prove herself to James Caan. James Caan's great. To go from a series where you get to work with Corbin Burnson to one where you get to work with James Caan's pretty awesome.
I have
But
no idea who James Caan is.
you don't know who James Caan
I know who
is.
Scott Caan is.
It's his dad.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's the guy that
The guy with the arms. The guy with the hand motions every fucking time he talks. That's Scott.
James Caan is the guy that plays Will Ferrell's dad in Elf. It's probably. It sucks. That's probably his most recognizable role.
Well, Misery.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I think people know him more now as Elf
And,
now, more than Godfather.
Yeah, I was gonna say Godfather.
They know him as. Oh yeah, that's.
And isn't he like the main guy in Las Vegas for the 13 people who watch that show?
Vegas, the show that's on now?
No, Las Vegas
Oh.
is on TNT like 7 times a day.
I have no clue.
No clue.
Who watches TNT?
There was actually a Patton Oswalt joke where Patton Oswalt's like, and blah blah blah. Even Josh Duhamel would know that, and he's like, "That's why you're not laughing at that, because nobody knows who Josh Duhamel is, because nobody watches that show Las Vegas." I mean, of course, then he was in Transformers and got a little more
And
popular.
he's fucking the ugliest chick in America, Fergie. Let's move on.
Ugh, God, that's a way to derail your career. So, what about some things we missed during the break? How about Nicolas Cage doing the Super Bowl halftime show? Oh wait, no, that was Beyonce.
I like the halftime show. But I love the pictures that are the fallout from it.
Yeah,
Irma Gerd, Super Bird.
Yeah, where her publicist is saying, "Get these off the internet."
Do you even lift?
Yeah.
Well,
bro, do you even lift?
We also just barely missed the mid-season premiere and follow-up episode of The Walking Dead. Mid-season premiere, I decided that I was giving the show one more episode and then I was done with it if it wasn't better. And then the second episode I thought was one of the best they've done so far in 3 seasons.
Here we go.
Well, here's the thing, guys. I truly believe this. If you read the comics, you will like the show better. But I feel like if I'd never read the comics, I would have given the show up already. But because here's the thing,
but you shouldn't have to read the comics.
I agree, and they don't go hand in hand. But a lot of plot points and scenes are taken from the comics. But the thing is, you get excited about things that could happen because you're like, oh, there's the governor. All this shit's gonna go down.
Yeah.
And then you're watching, and you're like, oh, well, the governor was a nice glass of bourbon, but then they poured half a glass of water in there instead of bourbon. You're trying to reconcile what you wanted him to be because you read the comic to what he actually is on screen, and you're like, well, everybody's a little different. Like a lot of people, there's a lot of Andrea hate.
Oh God, I can't stand
Andrea is a badass in the comics. She's awesome.
Well, she was a badass for a half an episode on the show, and then she's turned into the dumbest bitch on the planet.
They're wasting her time in Woodbury. Michonne is amazing in the comic, and actually the other night when she went through and was cutting zombie heads down and everything else, that was like, okay, yes, please show everybody what you can do, why you're an amazing character, instead of just standing around staring at people, because you're better than that. But I can see how frustrating
Carl
it is.
was dead.
Oh God, me too. Is that not the most annoying person to look at on TV? You don't even have to say anything.
I wished for Lori to be dead for a long time, and finally they got rid of her, so I was happy.
When the first time I saw Carl, I was like, oh great, Tom Hanks' grandson is getting work in Hollywood now. Now he just gets on my nerves, and I love what you're showing me here.
What does it say?
The real title of Walking Dead should be people arguing and sometimes zombies show up.
Yeah.
That's great right there.
If you are wanting to watch a zombie show, you're watching the wrong show.
But that's the thing though. If you're looking to watch a zombie show, you're watching the wrong show, but you're watching the only show that has zombies in it.
That's true.
So far.
But it's a show about how people deal with basically the apocalypse.
Yeah, I
get it too. But the first season was, I can't think of the word.
If you were reading the comics, you would get really bored with them slashing zombie after zombie. You have to have that human interaction. And I do want to say, for the 5 people out there who appreciate my opinion on things, I know you're like, oh, I never read a comic book, blah, blah, I can't read a comic book, blah, blah, blah. Well, listen.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
It's not only one of the best comics, it's one of the easiest to get through. You'll sit down, and as soon as one's over, you want to read the next one, because every single issue is a cliffhanger to the next issue. And
I've been saying it from the beginning, that's the best thing the show does too. The best thing the show does is the last 5 minutes of every episode.
I agree.
Make you, even if it's a shitty episode and you're done with the show, the last 5 minutes you're like,
okay, so
the mid-season premiere I didn't really care for.
Well, though, here's the problem with
that. But the one that happened Sunday I thought was brilliant.
If you were watching the mid-season premiere, you were like, oh, this was the one that was supposed to end the half season. Because when you watch it, you're like, okay, because it really would have been much better if it ended like that with her on the catwalk. You know what I mean? Lori's ghost.
Oh, whatever. Yeah.
That would have been a much better ending.
But I understood the original mid-season ending anyway with it being them busting into Woodbury, and then you've got months to sit there and go, okay, is this going to be the big fight, or they're just going to grab their guys and run?
But on the second episode of this half season, I was just like, if the governor does not have a tank, I'm going to be pissed. He has a tank. Bring that tank. And the tank wasn't there, and so I was like, okay, please bring the tank sometime before this is all over.
And I guarantee you they will, because their first plan of attack was driving which is an awesome thing. A
yeah,
zombie
you sat
bomb
there and you were
in
like,
the middle of the
you
prison.
were like, what is in that?
It was one of those deals where I knew what was in it. I knew it wasn't going to be a bunch of armed
help.
gunmen coming out the back.
You thought it was what?
I thought it was help coming.
Yeah.
But I knew the only other thing the thoughts that went through my head was, first of all, is Andrea's driving. Mm-hmm. And
Well, that wouldn't make sense though, because she was asking that other guy where he was.
well, I know she was asking where he was, so oh my god, he might have went there. So she's going there to check. But I thought, okay, it's Andrea driving. The second thought I had was Tyrese and his crew saw these armed gunmen heading towards the prison. They're coming back, and then I was like, no, zombie bomb.
Well, Tyrese will have to show up in the next one. See,
Zombie bomb.
the thing with
That's
Tyrese,
that's what it was, dude.
Tyrese is such a big part of the book all the way through. I mean, he's there from the beginning, basically. That for him to show up now really throws me as a viewer, because I'm like, oh, what are they planning to do with him? Because he was so important. He basically T-Dog. I never thought Tyrese would show up, because T-Dog was basically his character.
The token black guy.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah,
and then
there was a nice way of not calling him Token. Let's call him T-Dog. T is for Token, Dog is for
Dog.
Black.
But so I'm really interested in where it's going to go with.
If Lee shows up in the show, will Glenn have to recognize him?
If who?
Lee Everett. Maybe that's a new character they developed for the video game franchise. Then the Telltale Studios
a lot of the things.
Walking Dead game centers around a character named Lee Everett.
Yeah,
and it starts off pretty much with him meeting Glenn and them going to Herschel's farm. From what I understand, Herschel's closer to his comic book character than the TV show character. He doesn't have Maggie and all of them. It's just his farmhouse and a few other characters that are supposedly from the comic book.
Maggie is in the comic.
Well, I'm saying that she's not. I'm not saying she's not in the comic. I'm saying she's not in the game.
Is Lee the black dude that finds Clementine?
Yeah.
Okay. I played the first 10 minutes.
I would say they would make it
It might
gel
be
together.
completely.
Yeah.
We also during the break missed the untimely death of Mindy McCready.
Yeah. And don't trust a bitch in apartment 23.
Really?
I'm Minnie McCready. I just want to say
was that her apartment number?
No.
That'd be so great. Oh.
If you didn't see that coming, then you didn't see Whitney Houston coming, because she's been in the news for
what
the
happened to
past
Whitney
few
Houston?
years.
I want to dance with somebody.
Yeah. Apartment 23 is over. Say what you will. Obviously, it was a silly show, but at least it tried to do something different,
I thought it was actually kind of funny.
Yeah.
And if you want to go see Dreamer Walker's tits, see that movie Compliance. It's a
Defiance.
Compliance. It's a little creepy.
Alliance.
Appliance.
It's a little creepy, but you still get to see her tits. So
It's a show about toasters. It's called Appliance.
it's about. Do you remember the news story a while back where somebody fake called the restaurant?
Yeah.
And had him strip search the chick.
Oh, yeah.
That's the movie about that.
Oh, okay.
What has happened to LA Noire? Is it still going to happen, or?
We can Google search.
Yeah, Google search it. Fuck, dude.
I just fucking typed Google into Google.
Fucking info seek, man.
I just went to Yahoo Mail so I could type Google in, so I could go to Google and search.
2013. Oh,
He's from
that's
Africa.
Lost Angels. Damn it.
That might be what it's called
They
now.
changed it to Lost Angels?
Yeah, because Frank Darabont was attached to it too. Lost Angels.
Oh, God, that's a terrible name.
It looks like it's still going.
Sounds like the name of a freaking...
They've only filmed the pilot apparently because every member of the cast is got beside their name one episode. So apparently they've only filmed a pilot, or they're currently working on the pilot, but it doesn't give any actual information about
Release date or
its current status. I'm really looking forward to it, and I'll be honest, one of the main reasons that I'm looking forward to it is, if I'm not mistaken, the main character is John Barenthal, Shane from The Walking Dead, and I loved what he brought to that character, and I wanted to see him in something more.
He's in a movie.
Snatch
or something. Not Snatch. Snitch. Something.
Snitch is the one with The Rock. Is he in the Rock's movie? Okay.
He's in that. Along with Susan Sarandon. It's quite an eclectic cast.
Okay, we're going to wrap this up.
Figure this is our first episode of season 3. We're glad you're sticking with us.
Yeah, stick with us some more, motherfucks. We're going to be back next week.
So are you really alive?
Yeah,
so far.
Are you, okay, you can come back though, right? We didn't just write that off so you can quit the show?
So far. We'll see.
Okay.
We'll see.
See you next week, fuckers.